2013 is not yet half over, and there have already been 4 incidents in which Fort Wayne police have shot and killed people. It is an agonizing position to be in, one with which Chief Rusty York himself can empathize. On January 25, 1983, then Patrolman York pulled the trigger in the midst of a struggle, ending the life of a 22-year-old burglary suspect. In the decades since, that incident has not gotten much news coverage, and the chief does not generally like to talk about it. But recently, he sat down with me and did just that. It's an exclusive interview that reveals why he's so deeply concerned, as several of his officers endure similar affliction.
Until an officer's been involved in a police action shooting, they can't realize how it affects an individual emotionally, even physically, and spiritually.
It is a torturous experience with which Chief Rusty York is well acquainted. Late on a Tuesday night in January 1983, he responded to a burglar alarm at Weiser Park School. It turned out to be a life-altering call.
Other than the illness of one of my children, this was the most terrible situation I've ever been in my life.
A 22-year-old suspected burglar named Edward Rispus came running out of the school, and York ran after him. Then Patrolman York ended up chasing Rispus here to an alley in the 3200 block of Oliver Street. Rispus came to a gate and was struggling to get it open. That's when York yelled for him to put his hands in the air. Instead, Rispus grabbed in vain for York's gun and hit York in the head with a screwdriver, an inch to the left, and the prosecutor says York could have been killed. York was knocked to the ground by that blow from the screwdriver, and with Rispus standing over him, York fired in self-defense, hitting Rispus in the chest and killing him.
It's just a roller coaster of emotion because, you know, to be involved in a fatal shooting and see a person die and knowing that you're responsible is something that nobody wants to experience.
Even though the shooting was justified, it was a long time before York's life regained any sense of normalcy.
It took me months. You know, I thought about it every day.
And for York, seen pointing in this picture, the shooting unquestionably affected his ability to do his job.
I was always kind of a hard charger, would, you know, want to be the first person at a situation, and that changes. Because, you know, you realize in a shooting situation, most shooting situations, everything is normal up until a certain point, and then it changes like that. You've done these things time and time and time again, but this one's different.
Few people understand that difference and the agony that comes with it in such a personal way, which is why York reaches out to his officers whenever they have used lethal force.
I always make it a point to talk to the officers, talk to their spouse to make sure that, you know, they're doing okay. Is there anything else that we can provide? But we do offer plenty of assistance, psychological assistance, other mentors within the department that will typically reach out, officers that have been involved in situations. Believe me, my heart's with them because I know what it's like.
And of all the troublesome aspects of Fort Wayne's violent first half of 2013, those 4 police action shootings are what most concern Chief York. His top priority has been to give the officers involved enough time to recover. Otherwise, he's concerned they might underreact in a similar situation in the future.